Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Formula Retro Racing. We're back again because we had some stream issues. So, how do you do? Howdy, welcome back to the Circuit of the Americas around Austin, Texas. I'm joined by Brendan.
Oh, hello there. So you haven't asked me who I am today, but
oh yeah, how are you? Sorry, we've did this for 6 seasons, I forgot it's customary at this point. How are you doing?
Well, I am doing very well. We have some times on the board already, with Legend in front, which is often the case here. 131.1, and sometimes there is P2, so he is a bit back up to heights where he would want to be. And so if we haven't got times from some of the other competitors, just some of the more expected competitors.
Yes, we still have some times to go in. Last week's winner, Luke Davies, rounds the final corner now. We'll see where this lap can put him. It's going to shoot him up to third spot, just behind Sam Davis, who had a poor race back here. Last time we came here was season 3. This is only the second ever United States Grand Prix in 6 seasons. And,
and Adrian's been on, I believe, the home driver who says a home Grand Prix. I think they're in a bit of trouble for that. They were AIing, they were paused, and ruined Adrian's lap.
Oh, that's not good. Adrian is practicing no traction. He says he's a lot of confidence on it, actually, which is great to hear. But yeah, he's had a lap cut off there by Bill Nowick, the man from New Hampshire in England. A couple of times on the board, mediums from two-time pole sitter and full-time Aston Martin driver now, Liam Angelo Carrick. He is he's lacking behind his teammate though, although Gift is on the soft. Oh, Adrian's off again now, although he was not on a lap. Aaron McFall's on a bit of a run here, so we'll keep a look. We'll keep a close eye to this one. There he is entering the middle sector, which is inspired by Hockenheim, seemingly. The track here in Kota is inspired by Hockenheim and Silverstone and Istanbul, funnily enough. This corner here is inspired by Istanbul. We see Aaron McFall going to it now.
And there's obviously Istanbul has the 4 apex, the corner left-hander, and obviously there's a triple apex right-hander here as Kota. But we have seen some overtakes have happened, specifically with Red Bull and Max Verstappen, but obviously it wasn't quite legal. Well, Aaron's on position pole.
Yeah, Red Bull make up for it now, because that is currently 1-2 for the Red Bull outfit. They will certainly be hoping for a good race today. It was a poor race last week for Aaron McFall. He took a gamble that went very, very wrong, and Legend got that post-race penalty. Won on track as per usual, but it was a post-race penalty that cost him.
Obviously that did drop him to 4s, and Luke, who was one of the youngest race winners in FVR, taking the win last week in Imola, as the main benefactor of the Legend penalty. He is about 3 points behind the championship, and even though it'll probably be a little shorter season than the usual FVR season, there's a good chance he can stay in this championship fight, provided he just keeps out of trouble.
It would, yeah. We have a much shorter season, which is to be confirmed by the main people, as that is Liam Carrick. I think he's just gone up to 6th there on his lap. Just beat Tim, who got up there, although, yeah, we hope he's not on the lap now, because Enzo King was coming out of the pits at a bad point there. Still a lot of times to go on the board. One from Yuri Wessels, who's actually invalidated on his lap time just now, so this won't be a time on the board for the Dutchman. Was leading the championship ahead of Imola. Oh, he's almost clattered the pit wall. Well, he was up there, so we'll stick with that. There's a lot of people on outlaps, as Bill Nowick is on for another attempt, the home hero. And we got to mention Bourboon for a second. He's in the pit lane now, but Bourboon has 6 points finishes in a row, which is very impressive for the young Hassman. He's always snuck up there, he's always been there. And he's managed to stick himself right up in the points-paying positions for the last 6 races. That's the final 3 of Season 5. and the first 3 of season number 6. So doing well is the young Dutchman. We see Leo Toole starting a bit of a lap now, but we haven't gone on board with anyone today. Do we have anybody who's about to be starting a lap? Maybe Chloe, will we go on board with her?
Let me just see here now. Yep, I can go on board with her here. So the Alpines in synchronization there, and now, so as Chloe starts the lap, and as you come up towards turn 1, uphill, so you can brake a little later than usual, and now it's about hitting the apex, making sure, make sure you're on power nice and easy, as Jack just about keeps out of the way there, and now to the S's, inspired by Maggots and Beckett's. Very nice. Through there, not looking too bad here. Fun, just that'll be about 400th of an improvement, or 800th. Sorry there. And now, as in sector 2, just brake once again. As on the corners, you just need to hit the apex, pretty much. Now to the long back straight, where we're in this evening weather. It's a bit sunlight. The sunlight is there, and you're blind now as you brake. Again, try to hit the apex, and now into sector 3, which is a little more technical than the first 2, and just a bit more slow and windy. It's about picking your line and having a rhythm with it. Now to triple apex right-hander, hit 1. You don't really hit the second or third there in that case. And just brake, make sure you just try to keep to the left as much as possible. And have a good final corner, which can be very blind in qualifying. And across the line it is 132.8.
It's not bad, you know. It is not bad for the Alpine crew, but we just have to jump up quickly, as he was on provisional pole, was Leo Toole, but it's now back to Legend Rosenberg for Red Bull Racing. He is a name that we all expect to be up there, and he's on provisional pole once again. There's still a lot of lap times to go here in this session. We have 6 minutes and 40 to go, and I believe that's Sam Davis who gone up there. No, it was Leroy Van Schendel. Leroy up to 5th ahead of last week's last week's race winner, Luke Davies. That is excellent stuff for young Leroy, as Thomas Main finds himself taking a little visit to the stripes and stars of the exit there. As Enzo King is on a run for Williams. Williams had a great start to the season, but form has really dropped.
Yeah, if I can get up the championship just now. So yeah, as if Williams, they are third in the Constructors' Championship with some very good points haul to the first 2 rounds, but no points in Imola last week, so they'll be lucky to make up for it. Obviously, Yuri was not here last week, so that may have been a factor.
Yeah, it may be. Enzo's invalidated on this time. Now we cut to Jack Redmond. Came second back in Season 3 with a fantastic overtake on Karem Demirtas on the final. Apologies, he came third. Karem actually defended that. It was slightly controversial, but I do believe Karem might have got a penalty. But here comes Jack Redmond, rounding turn number 20. It's a 20-cornered circuit. That's Yuri Wessels, who's gone to 4th. Jack Redmond will go to 5th and beat his teammate marginally. Or I say marginally, it's about 0.3 of a second, but there is your motivation, Sam. As there is still more fast laps to go on the board. One from the Ferrari-man, Jake Marsh, the 49. His teammate Juan Hernandez, that's another mouthful to say for me tonight, is absent. He's at the Spanish Grand Prix in real life. We wish him a good time there. But here comes Jake Marsh to claw some points back for himself in what has been a very dominated season by Juan in terms of the Ferrari drivers' battle. Through turn number 19 comes Jake Marsh. Oh, he's completely got that wrong. He's got that all wrong, and it will be a trip back to pit road, as they say in the States, for Jake Marsh. Enzo King's having another go here.
We'll just watch Enzo here now. Let's see where this second sector is. The 102.0. Just see what that'll be in the context of it all. Let's just dance around and just now he's probably got a hope here that the car in front doesn't cause any issues here. You can see Enzo is taking in much better than Jake is.
Yeah, Jake actually has some gear issues seemingly. We've just got back and sent into us. Jake is suffering with some gear issues. Liam Carrick has gone up to second and he almost clattered into his teammate Gift Pachero. That wouldn't be a good way for them to start their relationship as Luke Davies enters turn number 1, last week's race winner in Imola. He's hoping to repeat that again but doesn't feel he can. Aaron McFall top of the timing sheets with 3 minutes to go. That's not good for Jake. He can't upshift in the last sector. He cannot upshift in the last sector. That is a worry. That's a major worry for Jake Marsh. But here comes Luke Davies. Entering turn number... I can't remember. I think it's 10. He's going to get a brilliant tow here. This is from... Who's this from? That's from Tim, his teammate. The two Mercedes working very well in unison. Liam is new Aston driver. Yes, he is. That's Liam Carrick. Actually drove for them last week in Imola as Aaron is out. That's a crash on the track. Aaron's out of the session.
I think... Yeah, that's certainly it for him anyway. It's been a very competitive battle between the Red Bulls, but that's probably the nail in the coffin now for Aaron's chances of pole position.
To be fair, I don't think he was going to get another lap in anyways.
Yeah, that is true.
But here comes Luke Davies, rounds 19 into 20. Where can this lap put the one-time Formula Virtual Racing winner? Across the line goes the Mercedes at 7th. It's not as high as he'd like, but it is still a good result with a lot of competitive drivers in front of him for sure. Gift Pachero goes through turn number 1. He is the highest man, currently on a timed run, entering the S's section. Left and right and left and right as S's would. Oh, he's almost validated. A bit of a car correction there as Luke is out of the session and Junior is lagging all over the place. Aaron saying he's going to try to take pole from the garage in Vettel style, so that's slightly confident when your teammate is Legend Rosenberg. But here comes Gift.
All on purpose anyway, by the way.
Oh yeah, I imagine that. Here comes Gift getting a slipstream from Jack Redmond here. Look at this. This is fantastic for Junior. The Aston Martin driver tucks right up behind the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri playing the game here because he pulls off at the final moment. Bill Nowick has had enough and he's out of the session. That is in the pit lane, I believe. He will start a maximum of 15th. Gift is 2 tenths up now in this middle sector. That will currently slot him, I believe, near Sam Davis. It's very confusing saying Sam Davis because, of course, his PSN is Kyle D, but that is his brother's name, Kyle Davis, a bit of an infamous legend around these parts here in FVR. But here comes Gift, entering turn number 19. Takes it well, does the man currently living in Alabama. Enters the final corner. And across the line now, bit of a kick at the rear. Gift, it's a time improvement, but he's lost a lot in that final sector. Legend Rosenberg, what can he do? Did Brady leave the league? No, he was dropped to a reserve, is what happened there. But here comes Legend Rosenberg. Red Bull currently 1-2 and look very untouchable with Liam Carrick out of the session. Unless Leo Toole can possibly challenge them, I think Red Bull are in a bit of a league of their own here. Maybe Jake Marsh, if he's got that gear issue resolved. That's Morgan Hitchings. He won't be taking pole today. He's out of the session. Here comes Legend Rosenberg. Well, I think that's probably not the only way he wasn't taking pole, but here comes Legend Rosenberg. He's run wide. That's a mistake for the Dutchman, and Aaron McFall might have just played his cards right, but Legend is still improving. Still about a 10.5 up as he enters the double apex left. And here he comes now. It's the triple, I believe. Apex right. 1. There's 2. Apologies, I've completely miscounted that. But we enter 19. What can Legend do? Can he take pole? It'll be another pole to extend his long-living pole record. Here comes Legend Rosenberg across the line. Can he snatch it off McFall? No, he can't. No, he cannot. Can Leo Toole? No, Leo Toole has lost it on the final corner. He's invalidated. What about Yuri Wessels? Can he produce something in the final sectors? I don't think Lee would have been on pole, but he certainly would have beaten Legend, I think.
Would have been. That looked like a pole lap.
Oh, it would have been a pole lap. What can Jack Redmond do? feeling a little bit under the weather, he said. He's reported pre-race, but he rounds the final corner and he's completely had a big snap and invalidated as well. What about Yuri Wessels? He's about 3/10 down according to our Delta time, as Enzo King slots up behind his Williams teammate in 7th. Here comes Yuri Wessels, he's invalidated as well. Liam Houseman, oh, he was 2/10 up and he's backed off. Something's happened there. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo going backwards. Lenz validated as well, and that's qualifying. So many drivers making so many mistakes here. Aaron McFall does take pole from the garage. Wow.
Well, that's a... I suppose... Let me think. See, that will be Aaron's 5th pole position and his first since Abu Dhabi in Season 2. If I can read that right. Yep.
As that was an absolute mad lap from Aaron McFall at 30.6. He beats his teammate. As Liam Houseman backed off because he wanted P11. Oh, cheeky's gone cheeky. But I like it.
I'll just say, I think Leo too was on for that pole.
Oh, my republicanism loves that top 4. It's Aaron McFall on pole position in the United States, ahead of his teammate Legend Rosenberg. Liam Carrick starts from 3rd, ahead of Leo Toole in 4th. Sam Davis with a very good result in 5th, ahead of Yuri Wessels in 6th. Then it's Enzo King 7th, Jack Redmond 8th, Luke Davies 9th, Leroy Van Schendel in 10th, Liam Houseman in 11th. We'll start on the mediums. Gift Pachero 12th, Thomas Main 13th, Tim De Heyer in 14th, Borbune 15th, Clyde Leonard 16th, Adrian Teich 17th, Bill Nowick 18th, Morgan Hitchings 19th, and Jake Marsh having some gear issues with no time on the board will start 20th.
Usually it's traditional one stop here, but whether someone will go for the mediums and hope for just hope for a late safety car that could put them somewhere.
Brendan, who's winning the United States Grand Prix?
Well, I suppose you have to say it's a little more open than I thought. I was thinking earlier that it would look like a Legend would just come in, get pole, win the race, done. But given that Aaron now has got pole position, let's see, really, how willing would he be to try and win that race, or would he try prioritise just getting a good result here?
Legend is leading the championship, but he's not leading it by a lot, so we will definitely have to see, because it's going to be a very, very interesting Grand Prix here, for sure. You definitely do not want to miss it in the slightest. We are readying up on the grid for the United States Grand Prix, the second ever edition of the United States Grand Prix here in Formula Virtual Racing. It is a 375-acre section of land costing 400 million to build. There's concerts, there's everything, the lot around this circuit of the Americas. It's combined between Silverstone, Istanbul and Hockenheim, and it is the second FIA Grade 1 circuit in the United States, Miami being the other one we will get, Las Vegas next year. It's 9 circuits have held the US Grand Prix. Miami doesn't count, of course, because it was not the United States Grand Prix. Those 9 circuits are Sebring, Riverside, Watkins Glen, Phoenix, Dallas, Detroit, Las Vegas, Long Beach and Indianapolis, as well as COTA, of course. It's going to be a very interesting Grand Prix around this 5.513 kilometre circuit. It has 20 corners. As we head down to the run towards turn number 12, there is your tyre choices, and surprisingly, not a lot have gone for the mediums here, Brendan. What's the thought process behind that?
Early safety cars, easy.
Early safety cars. It is mediums for Liam Houseman, Thomas Main, Tim De Heyer, Adrian Teich and Jake Marsh. We hope Jake can get those wheel issues fixed as well. I believe Bill... No! Oh! Morgan has had a formation lap spin here. And he's destroyed a braking board. He's destroyed 2 braking boards.
Oh no, I think that's just... That doesn't look like braking boards, that looks like advertising signs, isn't it?
No, that was braking boards. That was braking boards. I hope...
definitely advertising signs as well.
No, it was the braking boards because there was 3 of them. And they had the 150 metre. Well, I hope they get fixed for the race because they will be sort of crucial.
Yeah, I think someone like Legend there will be... Would definitely
and Jake's seen it as well, so Legend obviously doesn't know, but the thing about Jake is, Jake's seen it happen, so he knows what to expect. Legend did not. Here we go though, we're lining up on the grid for the 2nd edition of the United States Grand Prix. The hill to turn 1, if you want to make a move on a circuit, it's into turn 1 in Kota, you can get right send up the inside. Here we go though, lining us up on the grid. It's going to be, I believe it's Liam Houseman. Yeah, it was Liam Houseman who had the poor run. And we go up to the top of the grid. Here we go then. It's the 2 Red Bulls on the front row. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. We go racing in the United States, and that's a very good launch from the inside Red Bull of Legend Rosenberg. But look at that from Liam Angelo Carey. He's up alongside the 2nd Red Bull racing machine, Yuri Wessels. Oh, he's around. He's had a right send up the inside, but he is around, and the 2 AlphaTauris just about avoided. And there's a lot of cars gone wide. Yuri's down a few spots. Believe Adrian Teisch has lost a few spots as well. Jake Marsh is up 6 positions at the back of the grid, and Gif Pachero is up 4. There's an Alfa Romeo got spinning as well, and it looks like Luke Davies is trying to get some spots on Enzo King as well. It's a very hectic Sector 1 as always here around the Circuit of the Americas, and Leroy Van Schendel shoves Gif Pachero off the track, and it looks like Liam Houseman could have ascended to turn number 11. If he's late on the brakes, he could get both of them. Goes up the inside of Gif Pachero, cannot get past Leroy, but Leroy's run wide at turn 11, and we're about 4 wide here for sure. That's a really hectic start. The 2 AlphaTauris have survived, and Jack Redmond is up 3 spots, and it looks like Liam Angelo Carrigan and Leroy O'Doul are side by side entering turn number 12 into the Hockenheim section of the circuit. The McLaren keeps his nose up the inside. They need a short shift to get the traction. Very difficult on lap number 1, but they've just about survived it. And I believe Jake Marsh and Thomas Main both losing spots. Thomas Main, I think, has a bit of wing damage, but I am very unsure to that. He's going slow. Jake Marsh was up 6 spots. He's now up 3. Yuri Wessels is trying to fight back round the outside of the Alpine. He's been shoved off the circuit. The Alpine ran him very wide, but it was an optimistic move from the Dutchman for sure. Oh, Junior slow in the middle of a corner, and there's chaos here, and it looks like Yuri's been tagged again. Junior was very, very slow through 19, and now he's cut across the pit lane with some wing damage. I believe Adrian Teisch is about in the pits as well. The Alpine going really slowly. A big kerfuffle at the back here, and Adrian Teisch is off the circuit trying to make some moves. He's now front wing. This is going to be very sketchy into the S's as they're 3 wide. Thomas Main, very optimistic, the Belgian. He gets the job done though, and this is really, really sketchy stuff. Adrian cannot turn that Alfa Romeo. He will be limping back to the pit lane. What a hectic opening lap, and a bit even.
I have to say that's just a bit of chaos, really. As it's in the top, the front is fairly organised chaos, but.
Oh, here comes Legend Rosenberg. The Red Bull is going for the race lead. He needs to pass his teammate. He tucks into the slipstream, pulls to the outside, wants to go the long way into turn number 12, and Aaron McFall just backs off and lets the Dutchman have his way, which is not really what Aaron wants to do today. If he wants to challenge for a title, he could do with a race win under his belt, or even a podium. But he has Liam Angelo Carrick right behind him, and the Aston Martin is looking fairly optimistic behind the 2 Red Bulls. Of course, in a green Red Bull himself, but he's looking fairly optimistic, and I believe that is Morgan Hitchings off through turn number 7.
Yeah, that would be correct.
That's a fantastic camera angle there. We unfortunately were clicked off that way too early. As here we go, we'll get a delta time up for the first time. Legend Rosenberg leads the race and has set the fastest lap. Liam Angelo Carrick right behind Aaron McFall. Aaron is struggling. Liam Houseman on the mediums has got a good getaway, and that's what he needed. He is on a set of the medium compound tyres and currently running in 10th position. Oh, Leo Toole spun round, and McLaren's day. Oh, it gets worse. And now he can't even fully lock rotate it. Does he have wing damage? I think he's escaped, but he has spun to the back and now is in 13th position, as there is a lot of cars in the pit lane. Tim DeHier, Adrian Teich, and a lot of cars back down the back as well. Need to be very careful here, as there is a lot of incidents in the early stages of this race. That allows the two AlphaTauris up another spot, as Liam Angelo Carrick runs a little bit wide there, and he could be attacked by fellow Irishman Jack Redmond. It's an Irish 2-3-4. Of course, Liam Carrick, dual nationality with the Philippines, but for my bias, it'll work.
Well, I suppose either way, it counts some way. And to see, Aaron keeping with legend, and now the question here will really be, is Aaron going to prioritise the team game over the individual pride?
We'll see. Aaron's normally a very large team player, but we do have to wait and see, as Jack Redmond is up 4 spots. Jake Marsh is up 8 spots. He was up 6 spots originally, then fell down 3, and now he's up 8, so God only knows what's happening. The Ferrari-man. We'll take a look at him through the final sector.
I think what happened was all that chaos at the end of lap 1 there. I
think his gears are working. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I think his gears are working. He's running well. We'll see by his delta time how they are going. Anyways, it's Leo Toole. Oh, I think he's given up here. I think he is giving up. No, seems to be carrying on. Might have just been a mistake. But Legend now has a 1 second lead over his teammates. So either Aaron's struggling or Legend just has a lot of pace here in this Grand Prix. He's back in now. Burned a bit of ERS probably. So I think that could also be team game, because if Aaron does not pick up DRS from Legend, Liam Carrick is flying past that Red Bull Honda. I think he might be flying past him anyways. No, Aaron just still has enough in the tank. Sam Davis has dropped off his teammate, which isn't good for the AlphaTauri team, as Luke Davies makes up another spot on the Austrian. Good overtake for him.
So Luke, he's doing what he has to do really, as looks like he will lose. Could be in this championship battle, but if he can just minimise whatever happens and hope that other Grand Prix are more kind to him, it could be could still be on here.
Borbune is right on the back of Liam Houseman. Borbune's on great form these days. We love to see it. Borbune's been here since the very beginning. Always a very underrated driver, I think. He always finds to get a good result out of a bad race, and that's what the best drivers can do. He always scores 2 or 4-ish points, but they all add up, over the course of what is normally a 15 race season. 2 or 4 points a race, that's 30 odd points for you. So they all do add up. And he's doing well again in 10th ahead of Yuri Wessels. There goes Bill Nowick and Chloe having a battle here. The American gets the job done, I think. There's almost a bit of contact as we enter the S, as the Hassman just leads the battle for 14th there. We'll cut back down to that at a later point. Jack Redmond is very close to Liam Carrick. If he can get a good exit, I think he could have a go at the Aston Martin here, but the Aston Martin just has that DRS which helps him. But we'll see, can Jack Redmond chuck one up the inside down towards turn 11, just like he did in Kerem Demirtas back all the way in Season 3. Not close enough. He is not close enough. Yellow flag, that is Leo Toole. I think that might be the last time we see him today. I think it will be into the pits and retire the car for McLaren. He's had an awful day. He had a great qualifying, but a poor day in the Grand Prix. As there goes, like back past Bill Nowick, down the inside goes the Alpine. Lovely battling there, as Bill Nowick is going to have to wait for the next straight if he wants to try get this move done. The home hero is certainly being cheered on for his first points of the season today by the Texan crowd, the man from New Hampshire, as we can just see a bit of lag there for Bill. Will cut it to the Alpines on board. There'll be another little bit of a battle developing from that down the straight, that's for sure. There's bit bit of an aggressive weave from Sam Davis there as we cut to Luke Davies. Luke is cutting through the pack quite nicely here. He's found a bit of pace.
The key now just be, can he get past me before the stops? Because otherwise then that may made, he'll then have a big choice to make. Go for an undercut, or just hope that maybe stay out and maybe clean air might do it.
Jake Marsh's gears are definitely working. He is right up behind Yuri Wessels now. Yuri has really struggled. That's a yellow flag. That is Leo Toole again. And Jack Redmond, now is your chance to have a go at Carrick. Here we go, down the straight, on the run to turn number 12. The AlphaTauri might just invite himself back onto the podium if he's late in the brakes. That Aston Martin is so quick down the straight, though. That is really good straight line speed for Carrick, and he's just had enough to keep with the two Red Bulls there. It seems like Jack gains a lot through Sector 1, but he's not gaining as much as here we go. Jake Marsh straight past Yuri Wessels as there is confirmation of the McLaren of Lee out of the Grand Prix. Jake Marsh is up to 11th. Bill Nowick back past the Alpine, but the Alpine's going to try hook it round the long way and try to keep it. He's off the track just like Fernando Alonso was, but that's great defensive manoeuvre, because as we enter turn number 13, the Alpine stays ahead and now has to cover the inside. We will see here Bill Nowick try a bit of a switchback, but perfectly on the brakes. Louis Glennon stays in 14th position, and that is really good. Bill Nowick almost gets the run through the long right-hander, but what a battle for 14th. Best of the day, in my opinion. Really great racing today.
See, another chance maybe to go for it up into turn 1, maybe. It's not really the...
Carrick is right on the back of McFall. McFall's made a mistake. He's fallen out of DRS. And Liam Angelo Carrick is right on the back of him. We could see, we've had the battle for 14th a lot in this race. We could have the battle for 4th here develop if Jack Redmond can get on the back of this.
Legends able to...
Legend backs off and just gives Aaron that toe again. They're working as a team, our Red Bull.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't see how Liam Angelo Carrick can get past without... really, although it looks a bit closer this time.
He looks a bit closer here, and this could be late on the brakes if he can just get close enough to Aaron McFall. You can absolutely chuck it up the inside, but Aaron is absolutely good in it. He's very good in a straight line there. Hooked up right behind his teammate as there goes Luke Davies down the inside of Sam Davis. And Luke Davies makes his third overtake of the day almost, but Sam Davis is no slouch. He's going to hook it round the outside and he's going to force it round the outside. Sam Davis with some fantastic defence. The Season 2 champion proves why he was the Season 2 champion and defends that spot quite fantastically ahead of Luke Davies. Enzo King is right on the back of this one as well, and seems like Bill Nowick has got the job done on the Alpine on this occasion, but the Alpine could force the switchback manoeuvre as she had to defend from on the last lap. But Bill Nowick is going to keep this one until the next straight as Sam Davis is into the pit lane, obviously struggling on those tyres.
See, so Sam Davis into the pits. Undercut here might be important, and Luke now, he needs to push on with it, because otherwise he's going to end up being a little bit further behind Sam Nelson than he was just before.
This also gives Enzo a bit of a free run on Luke Davies, although Luke has pulled out of that DRS, so maybe it does not give Enzo a free run on Luke Davies. Luke is very quick in this race. Keep an eye on him in the latter stages, because we always see someone from the front group sort of fall off, and they'll fall into Luke Davies' path as it currently stands. Does Aaron have DRS on this occasion? Yeah, he does have the rear wing open, but he just fell out of a second, and I thought Liam Angelo Carrick might have finally had his chance, but he did not. As I don't really know what the Alfa Romeo is doing behind them. I think Morgan was just having a bit of fun and having a bit of a weave there. But Bune is in 8th now. He's been hunted down fairly quickly by Jake Marsh, though.
Yeah, Jake, it's been a very nice Grand Prix here so far. Not the best of qualities, but it's going well. There
goes Sam Davis out up the inside. The Alpine just concedes. So he cleverly, runs wide. I thought she picked up a penalty for that, but that was Adrian getting a penalty at the exact same time. Oh, he now is 2 seconds behind Bill, so something might have happened there. Maybe the AlphaTauri tried to chuck it up the inside in the S's or something. As there is a lot of cars struggling on these softs, you can certainly see. Morgan Hitchings is about to go lap down to Enzo King, which is just sums up Morgan's season really so far. It's been awful.
Yes,
Is the only way to describe it.
That is strange. Absolutely. Oh, there's someone.
Yellow flag. That is an Alfa Romeo. My guess would be it's Morgan Hitchings.
And you'd be right.
Yeah, he was. We were on board with him there. We just missed that.
Oh, gone again.
Yeah, that's not good for Morgan. He is already a lap down on most of the field. There we go. Jack Redmond has fallen out of DRS of Liam Carrick. Yep, he's fallen out of DRS. Liam Carrick and the Red Bulls have just upped the pace. Oh, another yellow flag.
Jack could be thinking about perhaps a pit stop at this moment.
Yeah, he's not under threat from Luke Davies behind, as that is Bourbion and Jake Marsh battling. Jake Marsh is going to have to go the long way around the outside the Dutchman. Bourbion is looking very comfortable in this Grand Prix for the home team, but Jake Marsh just proves his skill and gets past the Haasman. Really good move for the man from Leeds, as that is Aaron McFall, the second placeman, into the pit lane. So he's the one going for the undercut on his teammate. Aaron fits the mediums, as to be expected.
That would be the optimum strategy anyways.
And Jake Marsh finds himself fifth now. Enzo, Leroy, Bourbion, Yuri, Bill, all into the pit lane. Now he continues on. Oh, we've just caught a spin from Morgan. Oh, that's a high-speed spin. He's lucky to not touch a wall there. And that was a very high-speed spin. That's what that yellow flag is for. We just went on board at the right occasion. And Sam Davis, why has he gone for the softs now? That's my question. I think you asked it, but why has he done that? As it's penalty centre now. As we see, Sam Davis going to have a go at Liam Houseman. Here he goes. This is going to be straightforward past the Alpine. I think Thomas Main is in a battle with Liam Houseman here. So neither of these guys have pit. They're doing the ultimate strategy, which is going to come into play. Jake Marsh is in a brilliant spot in this Grand Prix. That's all I'm going to say. It is definitely going to come into play. Are we going to see Legend in? Legend is in. Are we going to see Carrick in? Carrick is in. Jack Redmond is in. We're going to see Luke Davies in. Luke Davies is in, meaning Jake Marsh will lead the United States Grand Prix after starting 20th in 11 laps. Of course, he does have a lot of help due to pit stops, but we'll ignore it. Now, we'll see where Aaron McFall's going to come out in relation to these. Is he going to lead the race? And I think he might do here, because Legend is only on the pit exit. As we go up the hill, here comes Aaron McFall. This is going to be very close. Look at your left-hand side. There's the Red Bull of Legend Rosenberg, and here's the Red Bull of Aaron McFall, and he tucks in behind, and Aaron McFall finds himself in front of his teammate. Once again in this Grand Prix, Aaron was on pole, but Legend took an early lead. And Aaron McFall...
This worked out terribly for Jack here.
Jack Redmond's behind Liam Houseman now.
And also, he's got Sam, who was behind her early on in the Grand Prix. Albeit Sam is on a two-stopper.
Yeah, Sam is on a two-stopper. That's Gift Pachero disconnected from the session. He's down in 17th. We hope we can get the Ugandan back in. I believe Tim DeHire is going to go for an audacious move here on Bill Nowick. He's going to swap him in, swap him out. Can't get past through the S's section. Is Legend Rosenberg going to go for the move? Oh, there goes Jack Redmond.
Jack is...
Past Liam Houseman. Oh, it was a let through, I think. Yeah.
Or no, not let through. It wasn't let through. Liam just had a bit of oversteer exit, and Jack...
Well, they were weaving, so I think it might have been a little bit of a hello, maybe. As there goes Luke Davies. He's past Enzo King again. So Enzo King got the undercut, and he is past, as that is a yellow flag for an Alfa Romeo again. I think we just need to start ignoring those. Alfa Romeo having a horrible day.
As Enzo is past Luke.
Enzo's back past Luke. Luke could not hold that 9th position for long. He tries to switch back. It has not worked. He's gonna get the run on the straight, and when he gets in the DRS, I think he might be gone. But just look at this battle for what will be the race lead. Although this is the battle for the race lead, because Jake Marsh is in this train as well. Still has to pit, of course.
Yeah. But the thing is, Jake's now got to make his choice. Does he decide to fight and try to keep position, Or does he just let them go and
Well, he does it to pit, you have to remember, so he is going to end 20 odd seconds behind them. Oh, Aaron's got a penalty. Oh, that could be costly. That could be very costly in this Grand Prix.
Don't think he'd be happy with that. We might want to check Legend warnings, which I will do here.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that at all.
Legends has got nothing, I would expect. That's probably a race, that's a mistake that's going to cost the race.
Swapperoo for AlphaTauri. That was planned. That was definitely planned. Aaron McFall leads the race. Legend Rosenberg is going to try go past the Ferrari as well, but it's not going to be as easy for Legend as it was for Aaron. Jake Marsh is going to hold around the outside, but Legend just has way too much grip. Liam Angelo Carrick is going to try get past Jake as well. Really, Jake should let Liam through. Liam goes the long way around the outside. That's a fantastic move from the Irishman. Absolutely excellent stuff. And now the front three, once again are the front three, and Jake Marsh just has to try keep within the DRS on these old mediums.
Yeah, just try what you can, and so, well, for Jack now, not really sure what he can do. He probably wants to be in a bit of a lonely fourth.
Although he's almost on the back of Jake.
Almost, but
there's the fastest lap for him. So he's not doing too bad at all here. He's really not. As I think Legend could have a go back past Aaron. Because Aaron has no DRS to help him keep in front, and I think Legend Rosenberg might be cruising to another victory. That's a weird one. I don't get that.
Barbune's also on the hard, so these two probably... It's probably... I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's not a good call. And we have to wait and see. But Jake has not kept in the DRS of the train, and he'll be swamped up by Jack Redmond. Oh, Tim's out. This could change the race. This could change the race. Legend Rosenberg is just ahead, and now we go under safety car, and now Jake Marsh can go straight into the pit lane. But what tyres will he be able to go on?
I think you can drag softs to the end from here. You can.
Yeah, he will get a few safety car laps to help him. Hello, Khalil. We have some comments saying for asking me to say hello, so hello. Now, Thomas Main probably regretting his decision. Probably like most men on a Sunday morning, but he's probably regretting his decision. Jake is obviously into the pit lane. That is to be expected. None of the front three are. Sam Davis will pile in, and he is actually played that really well, because now he can go on to mediums comfortably to the end. Enzo King pits in, so that'll be I
suppose he's going for a it might be worth it to do something different.
Jake's gone softs. Sam's gone onto the hards.
Okay, that's just lunacy.
Why? You had mediums. Liam Houseman's gone hards as well.
Oh, it could be set by the game. Maybe that's it.
I don't know what is going on with these guys' strategies these days, but they're not good. Only pit one lap previous, and she's going to gain a few spots from this. Could get past both of the Hasses, as there goes one Hass out of the pits. No, it will be behind Barbune for the Alpine. Well then, we have an interesting race, because we could easily get this safety car until lap 17, because Morgan was almost, or maybe it was Adrian, but the two Alfa Romeos are miles away from this safety car. Brendan, what's your thoughts on all this?
Jake now. He's going to be the interesting one out of this. The only person still in this race on the soft tyres, well, aside from Morgan, but it looks like Morgan isn't really going to play much of a part in this race. And, see, you have Sam on the hards. Oh, nearly spinning there. Them hards are probably not quite up to temperature. Let's see now, is Aaron going to just try play the team game once again? And that could be a big problem
Well,
for those behind.
I think he needs to, because he's not winning this race as it stands. He's that penalty, and unless that can be removed, which I doubt it can, because he hasn't really been side by side with anyone today. Jake is the one to watch, because Jake is on the fresh softs, and this safety car will be doing at least one more lap, and I think it could be doing two. Hello to Juan as well, I have been requested.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam Houseman, he wants to go softs, or he wants to go... Oh, he started on the mediums, of course, that's why he's gone hards. He started on the mediums. That's why he went to the hard tyres. Yeah, he's just doing the swap. So he goes on to the mediums now. There's Liam Houseman, and he'll come out in 15th.
15th.
So still opportunities for the young Dutchman from Feyenoord in Holland, which I believe is Rotterdam, but I believe I might have just named and said he's from a football club, but it's near Rotterdam. My Dutch geography isn't the finest. So
Yeah,
Sam Davis has gone from one extreme to another. He's gone from softs to hards. He's going to find this difficult to pick straight up to pace.
I suppose with a couple of safety car laps, you can get somewhat a feel for him.
Oh, Bill, no, I think he's just lagging, but it does... Yeah, he's just lagging, but it did look like he just clattered the wall. The lagging on this game is weird, because, yeah, as you can see here... Sorry.
The confusion.
That just looked very funny. Oh, that just looked very funny, I won't lie. But, I think we could be in this lap.
Surely.
Because Morgan is almost with
What's
us.
going on with... What the...
It's
no,
Bill.
we've got a complication here.
It's Bill. It's...
Oh no. Somebody's lost 2 spots now.
I think Bill will eventually just lag back. I can't lie.
They'll catch back up, but that's probably...
Are we going to go in this
Thomas
lap,
actually is letting Chloe through, so... I believe this might be a... I suppose...
I think if we try figure this out, we'll end up more confused. And we do get another lap under the safety car, because the safety car is past the pit lane. Jake Marsh is licking his lips right now, because he is in a very good spot to go to the end of this race. It will only be about 12 laps as Bill is into the pit lane. So, it will fix itself all up.
So we just got a bit confusion there for a lap. I suppose that we had to get something to fill up the safety car time.
It kept us entertained, at least. It kept us entertained, becoming the modern Sherlock Holmes. Oh, here we go. Now we've more entertainment. Can Morgan Hitchings successfully unlap himself from the entire grid? No, just lets his teammate through again. So that is what's happening there. Hello to Kyle Davison, who actually got a mention on this stream before he joined us. So, Kyle, you got a mention at the start of qualifying. But we would like to know, what is Sam's strategy? Because he could have gone to the mediums to the end, but he's opted for the hards. So if you could give us some insight to that, that would be great. It's like interviewing Christian Horner on the pit wall list, except we're talking to a YouTube chat. So Kyle, you're with us now. If you could let us know what Sam's strategy is. Yes, Kyle, you did get a mention in qualifying. I called you an infamous man around these parts. I'm pretty sure at some point in qualifying. I was I think it was in qualifying, or was it at the start of the race? Oh well. If you want to find it, you'll find it. We'll definitely be in this lap, though, Brendan, because Morgan is with us now. Well, he's been with us the whole time, but he's with us now. Oh God, he's almost pile driven into his teammate.
And I believe, yeah, yeah, you can see the two braking
You can
boards
see
are
the
on.
two that he broke in qualifying. Oh well then, back to the normal stuff. Legend Rosenberg will lead us away under a safety car restart. Kyle said him and Sam were doing some guesswork and they were fooled by Liam Houseman going for the hards. Oh, that's unlucky for Sam. But here comes Legend Rosenberg to get us underway in the safety car restart. Through 19, you can see the fabulous viewing tower on your right hand side. The man with the best view right now is Aaron McFall, because he's right on the back of his teammate. And can he win the US Grand Prix? We'll wait and see. But we go racing once again. Legend Rosenberg with a fairly safe safety car restart. Wasn't unorthodox in the slightest, and I believe there's an Alpine already around at the back. Already had a spin. A lot of guys have knocked their tyres up to temperature. Sam Davis has chucked it up the inside of Jake Marsh. But that will not be done today, because Jake is on fresh softs and has the best tyres out of anyone on the grid. Through the S's for the first time, it is much, much calmer than the race start. Everybody in unison. Thomas Main has front wing damage. Thomas Main has no front wing. And I don't think Adrian Teisch does either. Oh, it's all gone wrong back here. I think somebody might have slammed on the brakes, because he is now back up to 12th spot after being right at the back. Is there front wing damage on the Alpine? No, the Alpine's safe.
Round, I believe more.
Oh, Junior's no front wing now as well. Something's gone on at the back. That's major. We'll find that out. There'll be a steward's investigation after. But Legend Rosenberg still leads here. Aaron's not had a go at him at all on this safety car restart. Here comes Jake Marsh to take his first man. And Jake Marsh is going to go the long way around the outside of Luke Davies and will take P5 of the United States Grand Prix. And he is in for a good end to this race, if that is how simple the moves are going to be.
Yeah, so that's not won't be great for Luke. He'll be probably P6 at best, unless he's within a tree of Aaron, in which case it will be a position gained. So now for Jake, his next target is Jack, and Jack will be thinking, I could maybe get a podium here if things go right. So he won't be easy to pass.
Jack wants a podium. He got his first podium after almost a year last week in Imola. He wants another one, I'm sure. He doesn't want to wait a year again, but we will wait and see, because these front three are bolting away fairly quickly, and it's not like Jake Marsh is catching up to slow drivers. He's catching up to Legend Rosenberg, Aaron McFall and Liam Angelo Carrick, who are three fantastic Grand Prix drivers. He has a job on his hands.
Just now, looks like Jack, he's out. Oh, well, outside 1 second, so it won't be helpful. You see a lot of people in the pits there after whatever happened there at the back.
I have no idea what happened at the back. It was chaos, seemingly, because there's a lot of people in the pit lane for fresh softs, and it's worked out well for Chloe, because she's up to 12th. Here comes Jake Marshall, Jack Redmond, the Ferrari man up the inside, and he's got that done well before we break for turn number 12. Gets the car hooked in perfectly and is now up to 4th spot, and Jake is in a fantastic position. He's in an amazing position, and he could win this United States Grand Prix from here. He definitely can.
Yeah, here's the thing now. Can he get him within the DRS first? And then second, is he going to be able to figure out a way to pass first Liam, and then it also have to pass Aaron, just to nearly even get a sniff at Legend. Because it's fastest lap, so that would be another point added to Jake Marshall's tally.
Absolutely taking the fastest lap, and if he can get a good run through the S's, he will be able to get in the DRS of Liam Carrick, because Liam Carrick is right on the back of Aaron McFall. Once he catches up to Liam Carrick, he catches up to the rest of them. Scuderia Ferrari won the French Grand Prix this year. They could win the United States Grand Prix as well. They won the Portuguese Grand Prix last season in the form of Jake Marsh. He beat Legend that day, and that's Morgan out. And are we going to go to safety car again here? We absolutely are.
Yeah.
Now, what do people do from here? Do they pit for softs?
And in that case, Jake Marsh would lead the Grand Prix.
Yeah, Jake's in an even better spot. This just helps him more. It will help Legend, Aaron and Liam. If they don't pit, they'll still have fresher rubber, but Jake can absolutely go to the end here, and so can everybody at the back. they'll all be they're even pitting for fresher softs, but they recently had a pit stop due to that
Only
safety
thing
car
is,
restart.
this will be compromising. No. It's a case, Aaron's now, we're gonna have to, I want to watch his delta because, well, if
But
these
see, he's
two
backing
do
off,
pit,
which would make me think it's going to be a double stack from Red Bull.
how much is he gonna back off by?
He can back off to about 3 seconds or 3.5. He's not doing that much. He's backing off. It's going to be a double stack from Red Bull. He's absolutely backing off. Legend's in. It's a double stack. These guys are all pitting for fresh softs, and Jake Marsh is pitting as well.
So is Jake.
Jake Marsh is pitting as well.
I think he wasn't confident.
I think...
he felt
oh no, Leroy! Leroy stays out, and so does Enzo.
Enzo was going to have a victim of double stack as well.
Enzo's a bit of a demon on the wrong compound, if you remember. Back to Austria, he won on... He won on slicks or inters in the wrong conditions, whatever it was, but... These two are the only two guys who have not made a pit stop. The pit lane action is crazy, and now Jake Marsh has jumped Aaron McFall, and it's just Liam Carrick and Legend Rosenberg who he has to get past. Easier said than done.
Oh, well, Legend's now lost his rear gunner. His rear gunner is down into will be 7th, but obviously if...
Legend has another bit
if
of an
he's not-
advantage though, and he is Legend Rosenberg. He is easily the fastest man out of the 17 here on paper. But sometimes paper doesn't transfer to a Formula 1 track. And sometimes the impossible can happen.
we just ask, is Chloe desynced? Because she's asked both of us here if you are desynced. Doesn't seem so.
I don't think so. She's running 14th here, and seems to be okay all day, but I think it's alright.
Oh, Jake says his gear problems are still killing him.
Oh no.
But the fact he's up there shows that it's probably been a monumental effort to...
Aaron complaining about the double stack.
I mean, wouldn't that be such a problem if you attacked your teammate instead of being a rear gunner?
God, Brendan. Well, you know, you speak your mind sometimes, and I do respect that. Jake's gear problems are still killing him, but this is a mad impressive performance. I'm interested to see what Enzo and Leroy can do here.
Like, I mean, I'm not wrong, to be fair.
No, you're not wrong, to be fair, but...
I suppose it happens from time to time. I suppose it, in being a rear gunner, is sometimes... I suppose it's better than being in, trying to go for it and then just it either working or not at a 50% rate.
Well, we have an interesting end to this race, and we will get DRS as well, so that will play assistance.
We can still see the complaints finding in. Once again, I do reiterate my point. Well, I suppose now, Legend, if you really need to show the pace now, because, well, you don't have Aaron to protect.
You know, I don't know what to think about this, because Legend is Legend. But the two guys behind him are equally as quick.
I mean, Jake, he's got here despite them gear issues. I don't think he's going to stop now. And I mean,
And also Liam Carrick as well. He's a fantastic driver.
He'd been wanting this opportunity.
Liam Carrick has not won a race. He's got second in France and 2 poles. The safety car is in this lap.
I believe, if not, obviously, he did crash out of the first race.
He crashed on turn 3.
Was that contact? Was that because of contact?
No,
with
he lit up the rears.
another? Okay.
We will see though. Enzo King will lead us away. Here in the United States, and there's anything could happen on this restart. That's why there's an element of uncertainty. But one thing that is for sure is that we go racing, and Leroy Vichendel has had an awful restart. Look at Liam Carrick round the outside. This could be a last. Oh, he's hit! Liam's hit Legend. Liam has hit Legend, and they're both spinning to the back of the grid. The 2 front runners have made contact. Liam Angelo Carrick and Legend Rosenberg are 16th and 17th of the United States Grand Prix, and look who's in prime position. It's the man from Leeds, Jake Marsh. He's just seen his 2 main rivals catapult out of the Grand Prix. When are you with us? I don't know if Brent's having some issues or not, but here we go. Yuri Wessels could go for this one round the outside of Luke Davies. Alan McFall's back up to 4th as quick as that. And this is a crazy race now. That is a major, major incident. Brendan is having some issues. We apologise for that. Jack Redmond is looking to defend his spot from Luke Davies.
An issue here, I think.
Oh no, I can hear you now, Brendan. I can hear you now. We lost you for a second, but you're back with us now. As Aaron McFall's past Jake Marsh. Aaron McFall is up to 3rd. But he does have that penalty. We'll try to get those issues with Brendan sorted as Jack Redmond has hit the back of Yuri Wessels. Jack Redmond is really struggling, as that was crazy between the Aston Martin and the Red Bull. I'm not going to say if anyone's at fault because I really can't tell right now. Jake Marsh just needs to keep at the back of Aaron McFall, because if they can, Enzo King could win this race. Enzo King, I don't even know where he started. He could win this race. As Liam Carrick picks up a 3 seconds, I'm sure that's the least of his issues. Brendan, we can hear you now, as Aaron McFall sends one up the inside of Leroy Van Schendel. Leroy, though, has got a bit of a run here on the Red Bull, man, as that is Junior retiring in the pit lane. Liam Houseman is there as well. We have fully lost Brendan now, so we do apologise for that. We hope we can get him back. Legend Rosenberg, it's no points today, meaning Luke Davies could possibly lead the Formula Virtual Racing World Drivers' Championship after this occasion. Aaron is absolutely cutting through the field now. He could get past a long-time friend Enzo King. These two good buddies. Sam Davis is out. We have another safety car. We have another safety car. Sam Davis is out of the Grand Prix. I can't keep up with this. I cannot keep up with this. But Sam Davis is out, and we'll see, do the 2 medium runners pile into the pit lane now? Juan is celebrating. Oh, Leroy has hit Aaron. Oh, if Aaron gets a penalty for that, that's very unfair. Enzo Jake 1-2. It's Juan Hernandez's former teammate and Juan Hernandez's current teammate, who's 1-2 and doing him a favour. There's Thomas Main is disconnected now as well. There's a lot of opportunity here. We're going to run through the penalties quickly. It's 3 for Aaron, 6 for Leroy, 9 for Yuri, 9 for Adrian, 6 for Borbune, 6 for Chloe, 8 for Bill, none for Jack, none for Thomas, and 6 for Liam Houseman. Aaron's penalty is deserved. Aaron's penalty will stay as... Oh, what's going on here? I think they've all got back into line now. I think that's all the correct order. No DRS for the rest of the race is absolutely correct one. We do apologise for Brendan not being here, but we are trying to get him back in. He's just having some issues, and well, hopefully will be resolved for the end of the race. But there's got to be a fair argument in the steward's office for whatever happened between Liam Carrick and Legend Rosenberg. And a lot of people are blaming Carrick, but we're not going to say anything just yet. How many warnings for Jake? Let's check this. What is Jake Marsh's warnings? Jake has, he's two, but Jake is having some gear issues. So Luke Davies could still be on to win his second race of the season. We're in for a classic end to this one. Is the safety car in this lap? It doesn't seem like it is. Are we going to go for another lap under safety car? I think we are. Yeah, we're going for another lap. I thought it would have been in at the end of this lap. So we will not have DRS for the remainder of this Grand Prix. And Enzo King, you know, he might be able to still win this race, but we have to see. We won't have DRS, I believe, because until the end of the race. Brendan, are you back with us?
Yeah,
He's here. He's here. The main man is here, Brendan. Luckily, we've had a safety car to save you and managed to get you back in. But yeah, just when Legend and Liam died, Brendan unfortunately did too. So. He's back here now. We'll get you back in the lobby. I think you should be able to join. It's on friends only.
Yeah, so Enzo's still in the lead. Aaron second, Leroy third.
Aaron's penalty is deserved as well. We have got that in.
Okay. Is that just the 3 seconds?
It's just 3 seconds. So he said he did deserve that. He can't get that removed. It was running wide. Jake is still suffering with gear issues, and look who's the man behind him.
Oh man, Luke, I think he stands to be championship leader. May I ask, what happened to a certain driver named Legend Rosenberg?
Did you not see what happened to him?
I kind of just...
Liam, Legend and Leroy were 3 wide. Liam tried to swap to the inside of both of them and completely cleaned out Legend Rosenberg, and they were both into the wall on the pit straight. Liam Angelo Carrick. The two guys made contact. That's why we were probably going to have a bit of post-race drama, but sure luck, we'll see. Safety car's in this lap. I thought it would have been in the last lap, but it is in this lap. We've 13 runners of the United States Grand Prix and a lot of penalties, meaning Thomas Main and Jack Redmond will still get a good result from this if they can keep their noses clean. Enzo King will get to do a second safety car restart today, and I don't think he would have imagined that after qualifying.
Well, he'll have to defend from Aaron. Obviously, Aaron's got a penalty. We're going to see Jake. This race is in his hands. If he can just, if he's able to, maybe hope that Enzo falls back towards him. But Luke knows that he needs to maximise today. Legend, it's a no score for him. It's rare, so you have to take full advantage.
You definitely do. When Legend has a bad race, he still finishes on the podium. That's the kind of driver he is, but anything could happen from here. We're on 25 out of 28, and we go racing. Aaron McFall has got a brilliant restart on Enzo King, and I think Aaron McFall might be passed by the time we get to turn 1. He's still going to have to pile on the brakes, and is still going to have to pull 3 seconds over Jake Marsh, but Enzo King defends it into turn number 1, and Aaron McFall has tapped the back of the Williams. He tried to switch back, but he could not get it done, and he's going to try and go the long way around the outside Enzo King, and he has. They're side by side into the S's. Contact. The Williamsman is into the wall and out of the United States Grand Prix. Aaron McFall and Enzo just pushed too much, and I think we might just stay green till the end of the race. This puts Jake in an even better spot. This puts Luke Davies back on the podium for the second week running, but we have to wait and see, because if Aaron can pull 3 seconds over Jake, he will still win this Grand Prix. That was very unlucky for Enzo, and I do feel terribly bad for him. That was really unlucky.
That was a huge opportunity there gone, and he'll probably be very angry at Aaron for that one.
Here comes Jake Marsh. He might pile down the inside. He's late on the brakes, but he's not late enough, because just remember, he still has a man who can win this race behind him.
I believe if Jake, he just has to, if he can just get past Leroy.
If he can just get past Leroy, he just needs to keep with Aaron, but that's easier said than done. We are going to head on to 27, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. There's still movement all around the pack. There's going to be some great opportunities for good... Oh no! Oh, Bill Nowick, he's lacking again. I thought that was Borbune, unfortunately. I thought poor Borbune's race has ended in a horrid way. Aaron McFall sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He sees an opportunity. Jake needs to keep within a second of Aaron McFall, and Jake sends it down the inside. The Ferrari man needs to get past Leroy Van Schendel. Leroy concedes. He goes off the track. I don't think that was Jake's wrongdoing. I think that was Leroy just being careful and keeping his front wing intact. Jake now needs to keep within 0.5 of a second of Aaron McFall, although Aaron McFall is under investigation and may get a penalty for that incident with Enzo King. But we need to see, Aaron is absolutely pushing like mad here. Jake needs to have a fantastic final lap and the rest of this lap if he wants to win this Grand Prix. And I have to say, Aaron's doing a very good job here, but Aaron will probably get a penalty for that incident with Enzo King, because that was definitely Aaron's fault.
Yeah, Aaron, it did, especially with the soft advantage.
Here comes Luke Davies. Here comes Luke Davies. He's going to get past Leroy Van Schendel and back onto a Formula Virtual Racing podium for the second time in 2 weeks. If all goes smoothly in the braking zone, Leroy's had a good job of that around the outside, and he's going to defend this one actually. I wrote him off too early, but he does concede. Leroy is having a good race of things. He's just here for the fun. He's not really fighting for a championship or anything. The reserveman replacing Lewis McWilliam today, and this could be very close. If Jake has a poor last sector, he is struggling with his gears through here. Aaron McFall just needs to pull 1/10 of a second on this last lap on Jake Marsh if he wants to win the Grand Prix. It's fastest lap of the race. That 3 seconds has already been pulled for Aaron McFall. This is going to be really close to the end. This is going to be exceptionally close to the end of the Grand Prix. And there goes Jack Redmond up the inside of Borbune. Great move from the Irishman. Oh, Leroy all out of shape here. This could allow Yuri Wessels to attack. It's now 3.1 seconds. Oh, Aaron's got another! Aaron's got another! That's it! That's surely it!
Done.
That's it done! Aaron has 6 seconds. He's over pushed it. Jake Marsh is in race winning position. That's surely it. Oh no, Jake's crashed!
Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
Now Jake's got his fight.
Luke Davies is going to win twice in 2 weeks.
You can see Jack Redmond could end up P2 here if things go his way.
Luke Davies is going to win for twice in 2 weeks. I cannot believe my eyes. This is the weirdest Formula Virtual race you will ever witness. Yuri Wessels gets past Leroy Van Schendel.
That is the monumental bottle by Jake. I am sorry to him, but that is a monumental
Luke
bottle.
Davies might not even keep within 6 seconds of Aaron McFall.
As I believe that's Adrian off as well, so it seems like the pressure...
Issues arose, and he overcame. Look, catapulted into thin air. But when all seemed lost, the skill of the man from England prevailed. England is going to light up with cheer. Texas is lit up with skill. Luke Davies has won for twice in 2 weeks.
And Jack Redmond, he's gone to the podium.
Luke Davies has won for twice in 2 weeks. The man has never won a race. The man had one podium, and he's just won twice in 2 weeks. Some might say it's lucky. Some might say it's skill. But one thing is for certain. That is some feat, and Luke Davies now leads the Formula Virtual Racing Championship. For the first ever time in his career, he's the youngest man ever to do so.
And that's...
I've no words. You will never see this again.
And I have to say, it is fitting that the other youngest person, I believe Jack Redmond, is there on the podium with him.
I don't know what to say.
This is... I don't know.
Davies wins the United States Grand Prix from 9th on the grid, and the only time we ever thought that he could win the race was on the last lap. He was nowhere. There's a point in that race where we thought P6 was the best that I have no words. I have no words.
You'd have to say...
Liam Houseman's 5th, by the way. I had to run through the results.
Jake 6 without a front wing.
Luke Davies wins in America ahead of Aaron McFall, Jack Redmond, Leroy Van Schendel, Liam Houseman, Jake Marsh, Borbune, Yuri Wessels, Thomas Bain, and Chloe Glennon. That might be the weirdest top 10 we get this season. Bill Nowick, Adrian Tice, Enzo King rounds us off with the DNFs being Sam Davis, Liam Carrick, Legend Rosenberg, Gift Pachero, Morgan Hitchings, Tim DeHire, and Leo Toole.
I'm going to just... By the way, Luke's got a little request.
No, we are not doing interviews because I genuinely have no words to say.
That's the weirdest end to a Grand Prix I ever thought I'd see. And the weirdest ever results you'd get. Like, if you went...
I am speechless.
Oh, and I see like Jake's wheel as well. So it wasn't really a monumental bottle from him, it was a monumental bottle from his wheel. That's probably a certain win.
Brett, you probably have no idea, but who wins the Nemo Safety Award?
Sure, for the second week running, it's Luke Davies. This is just a praise. And by the way, Chloe's got points.
Yeah, that's what... Brett,
That's the least surprising thing out of everything.
There is a point in that race where we both said the best Luke can get is 6th. And he's ended up winning. How has he won the race?
Well, it must be like Moses with the seas, you just prepared for him. It's miracles.
Well, I think we have to end it there. There's a lot to debrief.
I think we got the answer. Answers. A certain Kyle Lambert might have them.
Well...
Oh, Aaron wants a penalty removed, but...
It won't be, because he's got it by himself, so... He's got it by himself, so...
No, but it's just... Remember, he got 2. He might...
Yeah, but he got it by himself. He wasn't side by side with anyone, so I can't imagine it will be removed, but... On a day that he was not expected to win, on an evening that he was not expected to win, on lap 36, or 26, on lap 26, he was not expected to win, and he won. Luke Davies strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. Stay well, and join us next week. Or possibly next week. It will be confirmed. Keep an eye on our Instagram and Twitter pages. We shall see you next time.